This is the Engaged Life. Hey, welcome to the Engaged Life. My name's Brett. This is Desiree. We're pastors right here at Engaged Church. Thank you for taking some time to watch and to listen, no matter how you're consuming this content. We're so thankful that you're along with us for the ride. Listen, as we sit here today, we're like 3 weeks into the new year
already.
And you're like, oh, new year, new you. Shouldn't you have done this like 3 weeks ago? Well, the truth is probably most of us have already failed in all of our resolutions. And so I feel like this is the actual start of the new year.
Here we go.
We've made it this far. We've already failed. All of our resolutions are over. You probably, if you're going to the gym, you've stopped. I don't know. I think it's the beginning of the new year right now. This is the new year, new you.
We still got a whole year ahead, though. So.
A whole year ahead. Like, we just started, so don't feel like you failed. There's a bump in the road, and now it's time to recalibrate. I know we've been talking in our house about coming up with some words that are kind of going to define us, be our words for this year. And I think these words are not just helpful for us, but they're kind of helpful for everybody. And, I mean, they're your words. You came up with them. You set the direction. Like, be intentional. What does that mean? What does it mean to be intentional for you?
To me, I think, it plays into part of my personality too, but I think that it's so easy to go through your day-to-day and week-to-week and, set goals or go after things. But unless you sit down and think about the how and how are we going to get there, and being reminded every day to determined to do these things and be intentional about doing these things. And for me, the whole phrase of being intentional, all of these words, they're meant to be a structure to kind of build everything around for the rest of this year. So it's not just a word or one thing, but how am I going to structure my year and my life and our family to look? So.
All right. Be present.
Be present. Oh, it's such a hard one, guys. In this day and age, when you have everything at your fingertips and you have phones and iPads and computers and TV and there's just so many things that draw our attention away from the things that really matter. And, it's a struggle. It's an everyday struggle. And I think we are just being intentional about being present and living each day present and aware and focused and living in the moment. If
there's one thing that you could say to everyone that's watching and listening to do this, do you have one thing that you're like, this is what I'm doing to help be present?
You know what? I think it's just the reminder of actually being present. I had an amazing and sweet friend give me a birthday gift recently, and it was just a sign, a board sign, beautiful, and it had the words that are defining our year on it. And I just, as a visual person, needed that visual reminder that in a place where I spend a lot of time in my day. So for us, that's in kind of like our kitchen and living room area. And I just needed to see it as a physical, tangible reminder that, oh yeah, I am aiming. My goal is to be more present in the moment. And so in that space with my kids and with our family, to have that present visual aid reminding me, oh yeah, okay, in this moment, what am I doing? Is my phone in my hand, or am I paying attention to my kids? You know, what's going on?
Definitely. Be organized.
Be organized. Oh man.
I know you've been watching Marie Kondo on Netflix.
Yeah.
And I feel like our house is about to get redone and my drawers are about to be refolded.
Yep. All the folding.
But what does be organized look like for you, for us, for everybody here? Be organized. Like, what does that mean? For me, I think being organized means actually being intentional so that I could be present. Meaning, if I can't get my schedule locked down, if I often joke, if it's not in my phone, I'm not going to be there. I'm not joking. Like, you laugh when I say that, but I'm being dead serious. Like, I'm not making it. But scheduling, we talked about this last night. If something has a priority in our life, then we should give it priority and give it a place. Yeah. So maybe we need to name it and give it a place, put it in the calendar, and that doesn't devalue it by saying, hey, we're going to be intentional about taking that date night, or we're going to be intentional about spending time having that conversation that we've been putting off or whatever, and we're going to lock it into the calendar and we're going to put it in the schedule. I think we're searching for this like organic moment that happens where we're like,
feeling.
I just need the vibes to feel to have that conversation. Or I could just lock it in be intentional about it, be present in that moment that I've now scheduled and I've organized.
Yeah.
And maybe we could see more traction in 2019 around the hard conversations or even the easy conversations or just building relationship. I don't know. Be organized it's got a lot of connotations. Like we should all probably clean out our closet.
You should.
Like spiritually, physically.
Yeah.
You should. Not just me.
You're worse. Sorry.
I don't know. I'm not sure about that.
I think all of this, I mean, I love having the words, and I think it's great to have the words, and I think it's amazing to have goals, because I think you don't get anywhere without having goals. But what it really then comes down to is the doing, because you can have the words, you have the goals, but if you're not intentional about it and you don't have steps to take to get you to those things, I think that's where we fall off the bandwagon so quickly. And I think, a big part of it is just starting with little things. So for me, be more organized. Well, one thing that bugs me about organization and cleanliness and just feeling like our house even is put together is just making sure the bed is made every morning. And I heard that on another podcast as well. It's just starting with little things that you can do every day, that you can remember to do every day, that are small, and they might seem insignificant, but they actually help propel you forward to feel like, okay, I did this, I can do this, this is something that I've got under control every day, on to the next thing. And it's just like a building block as you try and reach those goals. Because I think sometimes too, those goals can be really broad, or they can place really big expectations on ourselves that are actually, in a sense, insurmountable unless we start with the little things and work our way there.
Yeah, being intentional, being present, being organized, big goals for 2019, made up of a lot of small steps. And even if you feel like you've fallen off the bandwagon the first 3 weeks into 2019 or whatever year you're watching this in, you might feel like you already failed and it's Monday. Well, why don't you be intentional about saying no matter what day it is, no matter what the season is, no matter what year it is, no matter where I am, I'm intentional about getting back up, starting again.
Yeah. And can we be intentional about giving ourselves grace? Can we say, okay.
If we were holding mics, we drop them. I could throw my headset on the ground.
Can we, be okay with, today or this week, I didn't hit all those goals, or I didn't quite make it happen or do what I had planned to do, but there's still tomorrow and there's still next week and there's still a whole year ahead. So can we just give ourselves a little grace and take the pressure off and aim towards the steps that will get us to the goal as opposed to just, this is my goal and I've failed.
Sure. So new year, new you. You got this. Thank you so much for watching. This is debut episode, Engage Life. It's nice to do this with you.
Love it.
It's nice to do this with you. Thank you so much. And hey, if you like this, like it, comment, subscribe, all those things. I also want to ask you this question. What are your words? Do you have a word? Are you going to steal ours? Who we probably stole from somebody else.
Oh, totally.
It's not hard to find words, but what are your 3 words? And if these are yours, what are you doing? Let us all know what you're doing to be intentional, to be present, to be organized this year. Thanks for watching.